Hello creative mind, welcome to another Animate CC tutorial. I observed many students after they completed Animate CC, they still have confusion between shape, group and symbol. And in symbol, still they have confusion about what is movie clip, what is button and what is graphic and what do they use for character animation particularly. So today we are going to focus on all these things. So it's a little detailed discussion. I believe this tute will clear your doubts. And if you have any doubts, feel free to comment. I will definitely answer your questions regarding this topic. So let's start. O for oval. So this object is shape. With help of Alt and with help of shift, I'm just duplicating, and with help of shift it's got aligned. So this is shape right now. Let me hit Ctrl G. So this is group. Again pressing Alt and shift, and this is the third object. Right now this is still group. First let's understand what is shape. So shape is open object which is easy to edit. Not a single click or nothing else. I am just changing this shape. So this is shape when you are double clicking on it. So what are the properties you are getting? So obviously shape, position, these things are there. And over here in properties you can see feel and stroke. Over here thickness, and that's it. It's all about that shape. Now let's see what is group. When I'm clicking on group, in properties what you are getting? Only position, scale. Over here, what are the benefits then? So inside group you can create another group, you can create a multiple things, right? This is the advantage of group, and it's not disturbing the earlier object. So if I move this object, so this object is as it is. So I can do multiple things with group. Particularly background artists are using, or asset artists using group to organize their work. Again let me hit Ctrl A and deselect only this object and delete this. But inside this group what we have the shape object. This is what we have. Now after this we are going to explore new type of object which is called symbol. F8, this box will pop up. Convert to symbol. Let me hit cancel. Right click, right at the bottom or the second last one, convert to symbol. Same box will pops up. When you are doing this first time, so at that time you will get this one, movie clip. This is the option you will get. Okay. Now inside the symbol or under the symbol you will get these three types. One is movie clip, button and graphic. We will focus on these three types. What are the difference basically? Okay. And what is useful for us? So right now let me go with movie clip. So now over here in properties you can see lot of different things. First of all, there is some different icon. Over here it's movie clip, position, size, everything is there. Here are few new things: color effects, blending, filter, 3D position and so on. We'll talk about this after some time. Now let me deselect everything, and so this is our first one, which is shape. Just observe one thing. Once you move ahead little bit, okay, you will get some extra features, extra benefits. In properties also you can see lot of new things which we are going to explore. This is beginner level, little advanced, and this is little more advanced. Okay, so Animate CC support us like this, and today we are going to focus on symbol. I hope this is clear. So let me delete these two things, shape and group. But before I move ahead, let me hit Ctrl A, select all. Now see the difference in properties. What it's showing, it's coming as a mixed. In future, whenever you saw this, so just make sure that you are selecting multiple different types of objects. If you select only this one, or are selecting multiple movie clips, it will show you movie clips. If you are selecting multiple groups, it shows you groups. But right now what we are doing, we have shape, we have group, and we have symbol. And once I hit Ctrl A, select all, Animate CC got confused because different types are there. Animate CC is telling us it's a mixed, you selected mixed thing. So why this is important? Definitely when we are going to do graphic animations, or when we are going to use classical tween, at that time I will elaborate this one, but right now make sure this should not happen. Now moving ahead, as I said, let's delete these two objects, and now let's play with movie clip. As I said, this is advanced feature. Then what are the advantages? What are the new features Animate CC is offering? So first thing, now just observe here, right now we are on scene 1. As soon as I double click on this one, what is happening? I'm inside the symbol 1. It's very similar like group. Animate CC tell us that where we are, right? So we are inside that symbol, and inside that symbol we have a group. Remember, I duplicated that group, that circle, that group, and after that I made movie clip. So over here inside symbol we have a group. Here again I am double clicking on it, and now I have this shape, which is the original one. So see the level, scene 1. On scene 1 we have symbol 1, which is movie clip, and inside that we have a group, and then we have original shape. So these kind of levels you are getting inside symbol 1. Let me take a frame still 40, F5 to create frames. Inside symbol we have 40 frames. Now let me come outside. On scene we have only one single frame. This means we are getting a new timeline. New timelines means new animations. You can create combinations of animations. Another thing, let me come outside. Let's minimize this one, position and size, and let's focus on this one. Now what we have movie clip. This is the icon. Now over here we have brightness, tint, advanced, alpha. So I can increase and decrease the brightness. So let me change the stage color so it's visible to you. Let me play with brightness and contrast. See, it's getting brighter and it's getting darker. Okay, so this is the thing. After this tint, if I want to apply some blue color and little percentage of this or something like this, okay, so RGB I'm getting those controls also, and advanced. And after that advanced, it's a combination of, you can play with values, okay, RGB values. And over here alpha is also there. To understand the alpha, let me put one object behind this. So this is our shape and this is our movie clip. Now over here alpha, it gives transparency to that object, and of course I can play with this. So let's assume if you have created some animation inside this symbol. Okay, so for example, let's create a very basic motion. Okay, so let me put this over here. What we have now? A very basic motion. Okay, so now let me come outside and let me put 40 frames over here, same count, and if I hit enter, okay, nothing is happening because it's a movie clip. Okay, but let me hit control enter. What is happening? See, we put alpha over here, we gave transparency, so the entire animation got transparency. So that is the benefit. Whatever you are putting over here, the brightness, contrast, everything, it apply to entire animation. Okay, let me delete this one. After this, there are lots of filters. So right now it's empty, so let me click on plus sign. Blur, glow, bevel, gradient, glow, and everything is there. It's almost like a Photoshop. So let's check with drop shadow. So strength, angle, distance, you can play with distance. So this is what the thing is, and again it's applicable for entire animation. Whatever animation you have inside that movie clip, you will get that. Now I applied blur, the entire stuff got blurred. Let me hit control enter. Let's see what we have. We did that animation, that basic motion, but now all these effects are there. So you just check all these things there. Okay, the other thing is also interesting. Okay, again there are lots of fancy stuff like 3D position, vanishing point, accessibility. Okay, all those things are there. This seems very interesting. Now I showed you the plus points of movie clip. Now let me tell you the minus points. The minus points are these animations. We are not able to play this animation on timeline. That is the major drawback. Now let me do one thing to show the difference. Let me copy this same thing and let me create another symbol, but this time I am going with graphic. The name is symbol 2. Control Alt V. So I picked entire frames from the previous one. Now what we did, so right now we have two different things. Both are symbols, okay, but the type is different. So for this one is also symbol, but this is movie clip, and this is also symbol, but this is a graphic. Now let me hit enter. We can see this animation on our timeline. Okay, for character animation particularly, we need to check that animation on our timeline. So every time it's very difficult to check animation in SWF. When I hit control enter, so at that time it got exported as a SWF. Right now this is SWF file. In SWF file I can see this animation, particular movie clip animation. Okay, now how do I understand if there is some problem, if there is some jerk? Then how do I understand that over here it's going wrong? This is the drawback of movie clip. Does that mean movie clip is useless? Then no. If you are working for web animation or games or something like that, particularly if you are doing animation and after your animation coding is there, then movie clips makes sense. For web, for game, it may be, okay, or maybe for e-learning also sometimes, maybe depending on how the pipeline is. So that is the drawback of movie clip. So let me delete this. Let's talk about graphic. Inside the graphic, again you will get entire timeline. Over here the benefits are like, for graphic, yes, position and everything is there. There is something called color effects, yes, all these things are there, but after that there is nothing. But one strong support which graphic gives, which is called looping. This is useful for lip sync. If you created a bank, animation bank, okay, action bank, then this looping will help. This is a very strong feature. Definitely will talk about this, but not right now. Graphic supports your video output, which is MOV or some other image sequences. Rest features are same. Again, inside you are getting new timeline and so many things. Okay, now the third and the last one is, let me again create a circle. Press F8 again, F8. So this time same pop-up is there, but I'm right now going with button. We checked movie clip, we just saw graphic, now button. Let me hit OK. We are on scene 1 and we have two objects, which is one is graphic and button. This is the icon. Over here it's clearly mentioned button. Again, position. Button also have these color effects, blending mode. Like in Photoshop you have layer styles, right? It's a similar thing. Filters. So right now the way movie clip have those facilities, it's there, but it's a total different function. As mentioned over here, this is button. This support to programming. So for example, if you are doing some interactive game, or maybe you did some animation, and after that in the end you gave 3 buttons, okay, to know more about us and email us. After the animation I want to bring these 3 buttons, and then once I click on it, then those functionality will happen. Definitely we require programmer support. Okay, so inside this it's a different timeline. Okay, let me show you how it works. Let me create a keyframe. So let me increase this size. Let me show you how it works. Down, let me change the color and hit. Let me distort this one. Okay, so what we did, for up, this will be the drawing. For over means cursor over, we change the size. For down, this red, maroon, and this hit. Okay, now let me hit enter. Nothing will happen to the button. Again, it's visible in SWF file. Okay, so let me hit Control Enter. This is graphic. The animation will move on. Let's focus on this one, which is button. Now I am moving my cursor to this one. What is happening? As soon as I moved my cursor, size got increased. Once I click, I have not released my finger, so it gets small, and I released it again back to normal position. If I gave some functionality like after clicking, go to that particular page where all text is there, or some another page is there, then it's visible. But for you need programming support, but this is there. So if you are working in web design development studio or e-learning company, you may need this feature. For character animation, we are going to work in graphic. Let's sum up. Let me hit F8. We'll talk over here movie clip. So these 3 types. First one is movie clip, which is not useful for character animation. The second one is button, Again, this is not useful for character animation. Graphic is useful for character animation. Okay, understand all these three types, make sure practice it and get clarity about movie clip, button and graphic. I was a character animator and director. In my career, worked with graphic. So trust me, for character animation particularly, graphic is really useful. Work with that. Here is a chart which gives you clear idea about features, drawbacks of movie clip, button and graphic. Take a look, keep in mind and use it wherever it requires. I'm sure this tute gave you clarity about all these small technical but very important things. Looking forward for your comments. If you have any other questions, please drop in the comment. I will definitely create a tutorial on it. And yes, me and my team posting lot of useful stuff came from my experience. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.